Hello, good evening, and welcome back to Timmy Talks. I am Timmy. Thank you all for being here. I'm glad if you came back. I hope you told your sister, cousin to come back over here. Don't forget to tell them that it's free. No, we like free stuff. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for if you messaged me or you text me and told me how you like it. Thank you. I see you, sister, cousin, friend. So, I hope y'all had a good day today. If y'all had to go back to work or school, I know y'all was out for the Mardi Gras and all that, but I had to work. Yep, gotta do grown people stuff, child. But yeah, I want to come to y'all tonight and talk to y'all about something that was in my spirit earlier today when I was talking to somebody. But I want to talk about understanding. What do you think it means to have understanding? It's an old cliche. What's understood don't need to be. Some people say discussed. Some people say need to be explained. They got all kind of cliches, but sometimes what's understood is not what's communicated. So it's not understood. So it's not, you know, no, y'all got it all wrong. So sometimes what you understand is not what I understand. Makes sense? So somebody's being misunderstood because we're not communicating properly because you think I'm already supposed to know. Oh, I already know. No, I don't. Actually, I don't. So if we can have that open line of communication where you're telling me something or your what you're saying and your actions not lining up. So no, what's understood does need to be explained and talked about. Stop saying that, y'all. Y'all too old for that. Y'all too big for that. Again, shout out to me, Plain Kisses. Get you some. I'll be trying to tell y'all. But I'm not gonna keep on telling y'all. Tell your sister, cousin, friends. Maybe she'll get it. But anyway, so of course, of course, of course, I'm about to say it. And if you're tired of hearing me saying, look at me rolling my neck, you're gonna be tired. Because what does God say about understanding? Yeah, sure is. There she go with that God stuff. It's in me. I can't help it. Anyway, so in Proverbs 3, you know, everybody like to read the verse that says, make you want to shout, the part where it says, uh, 5, you know, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean out on your own. But what did he say at the very beginning? What did he say at the very beginning? You don't know? I'm going to tell you. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments. For the length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck. Write them up on the table of thine heart, so thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of God and man, not just your own self. And then 5 says, of course, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not on thine own understanding. In all of your ways, acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. So you can't just read 5 and 6 and just think that's it. No, that's not all of it. You got to put all that thing together. That's why people always think, oh, what's understood don't need to be explained. No, it does. Because maybe you are all the way up in verse 2, not letting mercy and truth forsake you. Think about that on your way home. Anyway, I'm finna get all biblical and breaking that down to you. It's there. Anything you want to know about the Bible is there. Anything you want to relate to in your life, anything that's think about can happen is in there. So what I take from that is that I can't always feel like I should always be the one. You shouldn't feel like I'll say you shouldn't feel like you always have to be the one. They have to be so understanding. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. We gotta open that line of communication. You have to. You have to. Because not what is understood is not understood. I don't understand. And when I don't understand something, I got a question. Teacher, I got a question. Professor somebody? Because that's not fair to the person that's always being understanding. Because who you think you is? Yeah, I can understand sometimes, but all the time? No. And the same grace that's extended to you, you have to give that same grace. Thank you, God. Just today, I ain't gonna tell you about what, but I'm gonna tell you what happened. I'm gonna tell you another day on another time. I'm gonna talk about it though, because I don't have no secrets. So somebody had emailed me, and my first response was to, I was well in my right because they were wrong. I was right, but you know, I made the statement in the email. I thought it was very unprofessional, which it was, and they had never replied. This was like 2 days ago. What's today? Thursday. This may have been Monday. Was it Monday? Yeah, Monday. Then the rebuttal was, "Oh, I was on vacation." What that got to do with me? That don't have nothing to do with me. So I don't understand. So just so because you was, that's not fair to me. Because I did what I needed to do. You didn't. So anyway, that person emailed me back, and no, I'm lying. Not I'm lying, but I got it mixed up. Boys, I guess this is a lie. Ain't the truth. They didn't email me back first. I replied. They did email me back when they was on vacation. So I emailed them back, and I was like, you know what? When I first read that, I had been thinking about something all day, and I was just, very, so much was going on with what I'm talking about. I say, but I'm gonna extend grace. I can understand and give you grace. That's exactly what my email said. They emailed me back. I really appreciate that. I want to make sure, now because now we have an understanding because I expressed how I felt. They tried to make up for it and make it right. And now we're probably gonna be the bit, everything gonna, go like it's supposed to go. You have to do that. You can't just let people say things to you and then you don't get a confirmation or get an understanding of what the situation, whatever it could be. It can be on your job, it could be in your personal life, it could be going to get changed from the store, whatever it is. If I gave you a $20 bill and I tell you I want two rolls of quarter, why are you counting on me to give me three fives and five one? That's not what I asked you for. Oh, you said you wanted me to break the 20. No, listen. Did you understand what I had said? No, you just was breaking the 20. Little stuff like that. And you may think it's little stuff, but see, those little things come to big things. Big old things. So make sure you have that clear communication and get the understanding that you need. Because when I don't know something and I don't have understanding, I'm going to ask somebody who have the answer, or me and you, or whoever it is, whatever situation we're gonna talk about till we get it. And even just today, I told the person how they made me feel about something because it's 2024. I'm not gonna be harboring anything. And I hate for people to say it's a new year. No, I know I ain't saying all of that. But I feel like as adults, you should be able to communicate properly and get an understanding, right? Thought someone was calling on me, Jesus. So yeah. So, you know, and if you read the whole Proverbs 3, it'll bless you on your at your leisure. I'm not gonna read any more of it. But just know, when you hear that cliche verse, the one that they like to put on t-shirts and start off with, every time, and this is just since I've been in church, and I got really my relationship with God. I'm not gonna say it got really, really serious, but when I started reading the Bible for myself, and I have read the New King James Version Bible 3 times, and each time I've read it, I've got a different revelation. Because, and I'm gonna tell you why. Each time I read it, I was in different stages of my life, and something was revealed each time, different from the first time. But that's how God works. We're gonna talk about that on another day. So what I'm saying is like if you ever are in church and the pastor starts with a verse, and let's just say it's Proverbs 3 and 5, or 3, 5, and 6, or his point verses are those verses. See what happened at the beginning, see what happened in the middle, and read it for yourself to what happened in the end. Like my pastor say all the time, y'all go back and read it for yourself. Because that way, say for instance, if I would have started with this verse and I would have told you a whole story that had nothing to do with that verse, what am I talking about? What you talking about? That's not what that's. That's why anytime I hear it, I can catch it because I know I've read it. That's why a lot of, and I'm not trying to veer off this way, but it's just this is just how it's going. That's why a lot of the pastors, the TV pastors, like that's why I cannot like. I'm not gonna say I make fun of them, but I be so tickled because I'm like, what are they talking about? They don't have nothing to do with the verse. Y'all be making up stuff, and it is comical. It's comical, but it's also a shame for the people that sit in there, listen at it. Oh yeah, y'all too old for that. Sitting up in there, up underneath that teaching. Of course, yes. Who's teaching? They gonna have to answer for it too. But you sitting up in there too. But I ain't come here to talk about y'all pastors tonight. I ain't doing that to y'all. I'm gonna mind my business. Pray for me. Keep on going. But I'll tell you one thing. One of these this that man, he have every day I log in on YouTube, somebody is talking about him. And it's from his church. I don't know what's wrong. That I would not if I lived there, I wouldn't be going to that church. I know they got more churches out there. Like y'all gotta get under some good teaching because that is a bunch of foolishness. It's foolishness is just disrespectful to God. Period. Like I don't even know what he be talking about sometimes. Like I'm like, okay, it's the theatrics for me. I don't want to come to church and have to be bothered with all that. That don't even make sense. Where am I? Am I at a play? Am I at a musical? What is going on in here? Anyway, we'll talk about that another day. So look, you know, and in the same token of wanting to be understood, you have to give grace and be understanding because everybody is not where you are, right? So, everybody not where I am. So it's a lot of things that I feel like I'm always very understanding about, no matter what it is. I always find a better way to look at it. Or yeah, because that's all right because yeah, I'm gonna do it because yeah, you right because you got that going. Yeah, I can do it. Girl, I understand. Boy, I understand. I understand. You ever get tired of being understanding? Do you? I do sometimes because it's a big task. It really is. It's a big task, and it's a lot to carry to always be the one that is so understanding. I feel you. I've been there, done that, do it. Probably still do it. Probably gonna do it till I leave here because I think it's instilled in me to be understanding. And sometimes those people are the worst ones. You always get the short end because I've gotten it. It's happened to me. Fat. I know. It's However, nonetheless, the good news is that one of these days, that person that's so understanding, then it's gonna be, oh, you change. No, no, I didn't change. I understand. Because if you think it can go the way you want it to go and the way, okay, I'm gonna meet you right there where you at, right there. Got you, fat. I got you, boo. We could do this. But I've never been a big person of the tit for tat. Never. In nothing, no part of my life, no relationship of my life. Because it takes too much from me. It requires too much energy. It really does. Now the people that do that, like I've had people that I know that have told me they can hold a grudge forever. I gotta let that go fast. No, I don't forget. Yes, I forgive because I want grace too. However, let it know when you know that something is not bothering you anymore. It's like a peace that comes over you. No, I'm not understanding. I just don't. I'm good. What you want? Whatever you want to do. Just today, something as simple as what do you want to eat can turn into a whole. catastrophe. I ain't talking about nobody else, talking about me. What you want to eat, it doesn't matter, baby. I'm not that hungry anyway. I'm trying to shake this weight. But what you want to eat? Oh no, what you want to eat? It don't matter. It don't matter. I had something in my tea, but I didn't. It don't matter. Whatever you want to eat. I'm telling you, like, get understanding. And in everything that I do, I always see God. I mean, big decisions, small decisions, moment decisions, think in anything, because that's the only thing that really keeps me from and being understanding. And like I say, you get tired of always being the one to understand, because at the end of the day, when is enough enough? I just understood that last week, and then I understood that 3 weeks ago. I got to still understand some more stuff. I got good, and I tell people this all the time. Even with in the profession that I do, I cannot. This is a pet peeve of mine. I cannot stand when people do this, because what you're not going to do is talk to me like I don't have understanding. Let's start that first. Well, you understand what I'm saying? I got common sense, don't I? Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're conveying. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't have it. Call the doctor office. Like, no, I've given you the information that I'm privy to. This is all I know. You want the phone number? 911. Like, I have good understanding. Do you have good understanding? But let me tell you this. See, in communication, a skill of communication, you can't understand me because you're already, what's the word? God, give it to me. You already got it made up in your mind of what you want it to be. So what I'm telling you, you don't want to hear anyway. You want what you want. And that's how people are in your life, in your personal life. I'm talking about people, you know. That's how you are. You don't want to understand because you already have a made up mind. Make sense? So it's like it's nothing I can say to help this situation. Nope. So yeah, if you're out there and I see you, I feel you. If you're tired of being, I get it. Like I'm always the one, playing kisses. Feel like I need a little bit more on. Can never have too much on. I want to be shining all over the world. But yeah, y'all, don't do that. And with being understanding and wanting to be understood, you already understand it the way you want it to be the outcome. That's not how it works. You have to understand what the other person is talking about too. You have to take into consideration their feelings and the way they feel. Can't just be you, 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 you. Don't be like that. Don't be that person. Don't be that friend. Don't be that sister, brother, father, mother. Don't be that. Understand both parties. Everybody have to be able to, come to terms and come to an agreement and get understanding. Because, one of my songs when I told you I used to listen to rap a long, 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 long time ago. I think the Quarter Five was the last album that I bought, rap album. And that's the honest to God truth. And that was at least maybe about 10 years. What was that? 2007, maybe about 10, 15 years ago. I don't even know. Y'all tell me when it came out. I don't even remember when it came out. I used to be bumping it. Do you hear me? Because he has a song um about being misunderstood. Sometimes I feel like I'm just misunderstood. And we all been there. Everybody has been there. They don't understand me. Don't nobody understand what I'm going through. What? No, we got good understanding. Half of what you're going through, self-inflicted. consequences of choices that you made. So yeah, we all understand. You just don't have understanding. You know, that could be the case too. But y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. I ain't gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna tell y'all next week because I'll be able to say it better. But you know, yeah, get understanding from God first before any kind of conversation you want to have, any big decision you want to make, any big purchase or whatever it is. Seek Him first. He's going to give you clear understanding, and if you have a relationship with Him, it's going to come so easy. I mean, you're going to be wrestling with it, and before you know it, boom, your decision. You got your decision. Because He's going to do that for you. That's just how He is. You know. But yeah, so back to one thing that I was talking about last week, I don't disagree. We can all agree to disagree on certain matters, But what I don't do is I'm not going to go against what the word of God says because that's the way I live my life. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. Do I do everything in that Bible? Absolutely not. However, I strive every day to do it. And every day, do I get it? Some days I'm going just as fine. Everything is going fine. How the old lady said, got this box checked off. Everything is going good. Then to be that one little thing. Go to God and ask for grace, ask for peace, ask for understanding, whatever it is, because it's always one little thing, you know? So my thing is I don't compromise. Thank you, God, the word of God. So I'm not going to compromise anything of the way I feel, because they're my feelings, they're my opinions, and that's just what it is. When this whole scenario started, and I think it may have been over the years, since COVID, maybe I think I started really hearing about it in my profession that I work in, and it would always bother me, everything is so sensitive. You can't say this, you can't say that, don't do this, don't do that, you know. And at the end of the day, and I had shared this with a friend of mine, everything, if you trace back anything that they're pushing off on you that hasn't always been or that used to be hidden, or, these laws that they're making and changing, it's always going to go back to money. Remember that. And that's a fact, Jack. That is a 100% fact. Anytime, anything, you could trace it back. Go. It's the internet free. It's free. This free too. Bring Sister Cousin next week. But I'm saying anything when they go to changing things, it's gonna always be about money and finances. Because here it is. That's where you get them at, in the pockets. So what I'm talking about. Timmy, what you talking about? You talking, but you ain't saying that. If you following me, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'll spill it out because, like I say, I don't. My beliefs are my beliefs, and like I tell people, whatever you believe in it with everything you have, and stand on it. It's nobody that I don't like. Like because they have some people that just hate different things. I don't hate anything. I'm not wired up to be that way. But when you come down to talking about, oh, we had to take classes because whatever it presents as, that's what it is. The devil is a liar. Hello? But you already knew that. You've been hearing that since you was a child, but you probably didn't really understand. So biologically, and the way we're all built up as man and woman, boy, girl, is how we're designed. You know, I might do this another day, but I'm gonna just say this. So in those instances, and what I'm talking about is, how they were saying how the person that did the shooting at Joel Osteen Church, one article I had read, they weren't saying about the person, but the first thing the speaker come on the police. I think he was a police. I think he was a detective or something. But the first thing out of his mouth was um her how you said it? I won't lie. I'm gonna Google it, but I think he said her pronouns are he, her. I know, or she and her, they, or something to that effect. Well, her what? Her what? Like I said, I don't have nothing against anything. I just stand on what I believe in. We can agree to disagree. That's just it. Like I don't have baby, I don't have time for that. My nerves are so bad when it comes to that. It makes me so angry. And but every time, and I'm just be honest with y'all, in this last 2 weeks, every time I've encountered a person like that, I it was just in a moment I was about to say something else and something fell in my spirit, or I saw something in the thing, and it just I say, oh, can't say that, because it's very hard, and it is, and it is, it's something everybody have to get used to, you know. But I want to dive deeper into it because I have a lot to say about it. But just in the world that we're living in, just remember, anything that is changing now, and the laws are changing and rights are changing, it all leads back to money. Trust me, because a old person, I had listened to a message a long time ago, about, you can't talk about, most pastors don't, or preachers don't preach on certain things because they don't want to offend people. The word of God is, nobody worried about you being offended, hurting your feelings. And if you stand firm on what you believe and don't be moved by it, you'll be fine. Because at the end of the day, I'm not saying that I don't like a certain person, but I'm just telling you what I believe in. And it's nothing, nobody can convince me further. They tried to, but because here's the thing, and I'm gonna say this tad bit right here, so I could spell it out for some of y'all that's probably like, what's she talking about? What's Timothy talking about? Timothy talking about? Timothy just talking. She don't know what Timothy just talking. Whomever you are, be whomever you are. When the dynamics of you being who you were, what you were born as, when you go to changing that, I have a problem with it. And the only reason, not a problem like that, but I don't understand that. And I've tried, but I've asked God, and I'm like, okay, this is what your word said, and so, you know, yes, and oh God, yes, love who you want to love, yes, absolutely, because see, that's the biggest problem about it all. Was reading a pastor in Houston. I think he's in Houston today. They got him. They traced him back for 10 since 2011, sleeping with men and young boys in the church. The church put it on their website. It's out there. Go and Google it. Got a wife, children, everything. But since 2000, we're in 2024. But see, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. You know, the thing is that whomever you are, be that. What are you hiding for? That's what bothers me with the whole scenario and the synopsis. That's what bothers me. What you're hiding it for? Because you're hiding it for a reason. You don't want people to know for a reason. What's the reason you don't want people to know? You know, I'm a big firm believer in, you don't know who people are in the dark. And there's a clip, freaks come out at night. No, freaks don't come out at night. People become who they are when no one is watching. But what you have to always remember, somebody is always watching. That's why you just do the right thing no matter who's around. And you won't have a problem. But whomever you are or whatever you like it and do it. Like, don't hide it. That's another thing that bothers me. Be who you are. And if you have a problem with being you who you are, something is not right. If you're that uncomfortable with doing it in the daytime, Now here he has been married to this woman. And the sad part about it, she knew her husband was like that. Women always know. I had no idea. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Fast, stop lying. You knew. You seen that twitch. That's what it is. You know, because at the end of the day, just be who you are, and the world will be a better place. We can all live down here cohesively with the world. We can. Do we like it? No, but I'll be okay. I'll be okay because I don't have to answer for that. You do. To whatever you believe in or whomever you believe in. You have to believe in some bigger than you because you didn't create your own self. Duh. You know. And I was reading one girl on there. She was breaking it down how she was a lesbian and how it's in the word of God to be okay with the being a lesbian. What? What we doing? We're just making up stuff. But we're gonna talk about that another day. But I do want y'all to, if you are that person that is always misunderstood, seek understanding from your higher power, but from me, from God, you know, so you'll be able to present yourself better and, whatever it is, being in the center. I lost my train of thought because I got so irritated just thinking about something else I read earlier, and I was just like, you know what, y'all going too far. You're going too far, Fat. I'm definitely gonna talk about it next week because it's been on my spirit heavy, 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 and it's just too much. It be too much because I'll be like, y'all ain't see you ain't y'all ain't see that. Oh, okay, it was just me. Oh, okay. I'm gonna tell you this and I'm gonna let you go. I can remember when I was a little girl growing up in the Baptist church, South Baton Rouge, Fairview Baptist church I grew up in. My grandfather was a deacon and took me to church every Sunday. And I used to see some stuff. And Lord bless his soul. I think he's still living. He may still be there. I don't know. But see, it didn't matter. And this is back in the day. And if you ever talk to a person that is um of the same sex, that likes the same sex, if they're older, if you ever talk to them, it's certain things those type of people, older people that are and they don't even call it that, but same like in gender, whatever they call it now. It's just some stuff they didn't do. It's places they didn't go. It's places they wouldn't be seen. So as a child, I didn't see that a lot. So it's like now anything goes. They have no self-respect. They have no respect for older people. They just do anything. And what bothers me is that you push that off on people. You don't do that. Where you going? It make me so mad sometimes. I ain't gonna even lie. But it's like you wouldn't even know. You will find out some things I didn't find out till I was a grown adult. Because children didn't see everything. Now these children, they don't know what to do, what to believe, how to feel. Because if you're pushing so much stuff on them and in front of them, if they had a man that liked men that came to church, yeah, he looked at a little funny. You'll be like, oh yeah, well. But you never seen him sitting up in church with a man. You didn't. Now, try that now. Try that now, Fat. Every church on the corner. And it's charged up to the teacher, the pastor, the overseer, what some people call themselves overseer, well, whatever, apostle, bishops, whatever you see them sitting in there. But what I told you at the beginning, everything go back to money. Trace the money, Fat. I'm gonna let y'all go. Hope y'all have a good night. I do have a little quote for you tonight, and it says, "Seek first to understand, then be understood." And that was Stephen Convey. Y'all have a good night. I will see y'all on next Tuesday on Timmy Talks, and We're gonna talk about it. And when you come back, bring your sister, your cousin, bring your sister, cousin, friend. You know, thank y'all. And again, be understanding, but communicate so you can get that understanding. And don't always remember if what's understood is not does sometimes needs to be explained. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good weekend. I don't know what y'all doing this weekend. I do got some plans for this weekend with me and my husband and my friends and sisters. So yeah, I'll see y'all on next Tuesday. And y'all have a good night. Adios.